Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be doing no Calc part of College Board Practice Test 3 and we'll try to do it within the stipulated time, that is 25 minutes. Also, I'll be trying to explain in a very short and simple manner answers to each of the questions. All right, so we'll start in right about now. So the first question is regarding a painter who is going to paint n walls. All right. They are of the same size. The expression is given as NKLH, where n is the number of walls, which you already know. K is a constant with units of dollars per square feet. Okay. So this is dollars per square feet. L is the length of each wall and H is the height of each wall. So length times height gives you the area of the wall. So K times area will give you the total dollar amount, and N is basically the number of walls that when you multiply will give you the total cost of the paint job. If the customer asks the painter to use a more expensive brand of paint, which of the factors in the expression would change? So H is basically the height of the wall. So if a customer is asking for a new paint or a better brand of paint, the height of the wall won't be changing, right? So obviously A is not our answer. L is basically the length of the wall. Again, the length of the wall is not going to change. So we are going to cancel that. K is basically, here is K. K is a constant, although they have entered the word constant with units of dollars per square feet. Okay. That units of dollar depends on the type of paint that you are using. So if you're using a more expensive paint, we're going to have a different value for K. Again, N is the number of wall, which is going to remain same, right? The next one is an algebraic question, very simple. 3R is 18. So obviously 6R is going to be twice of that. So 3R times 2 is 6R. So 18 times 2 would be 36. We want 6R plus 3. So 36 plus 3 would be 39. So our answer is D. Third question, we need to find a to the power 2 over 3. So a to the power 2 over 3. So if it is a to the power 2, you already know it's a square thing, right? But if it is a to the power 1/3, anything below the fraction line is considered the squared root, okay? Or you have to find the root of it. Since it is 1/3, you have to find third root of it. So this is going to be third root of a. So a to the power 2, the whole to the power 1 over 3 is going to be third root of a squared, which I believe is option number D. Okay, if you have a to the power 1 over 4, that would have been fourth root of a. If you have something like this, a to the power 3 over 4, you would have fourth root of a to the power 3 as your answer. But for now, our answer is D. The number of states that joined the United States between 76 and 49. Okay, 1776 and 49 is twice the number of states joined between 1850 and 1900. So 1850 and 1900. So here on this part, the number of states joined are twice as compared to here. So if this is X, this is going to be 2X. 30 states joined between 76 and 49. So here the value of 2X is 30. X states joined between 1850 and 1900. So the value of X is going to be half of that, which is 15, right? Which of the following expression is true? We need to find the value of X, which is 15. If you use the first equation, X would be 2 over 30, obviously not 15, but if you use the second equation, 2x equals 30, X would give me 15, and that's your answer, right? So your answer is B. If x over 5 is 15 over x plus 20, what is the value of x over 5? Sorry, if 5 over x is 15 over x plus 20, what is the value of x over 5? So let's try to do it the way they have asked, x over 5. So we are going to flip it. X over 5 would be x plus 20 over 15, right? So we are going to flip on both sides. We'll try to rearrange this thing. So x over 5, you can separate x plus 20 over 15 as x over 15 plus 20 over 15. X over 15 plus 20 over 15. We'll take this x on this side. So x over 5 minus x over 15 equals 20 over 15. I'll do the remaining calculation on this side. Okay, this is fifth one. So x over 5 minus x over 15 can be rewritten as 3x over 15 minus x over 15, so that we have the same denominator, equals 20 over 15. So this becomes 2x over 15 is 20 over 15. You can cancel the 15 on both ends. So 15 gets cancelled with 15. 2x is 20. You divide by 2 on both sides. X would be 10. Since you want x over 5, you divide by 5 on both sides. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So your answer is 2. Okay. We're done with 5 questions. Let's check our time. We are running a little late, so we have to hurry a bit. Also, my computer got stuck in between. So let's zoom past the remaining questions. This one is a system of linear equation, the sixth one, and we want to find the value of x minus y. So generally speaking, when you have a system of linear equation and you are supposed to find the value of an expression and not a variable, you simply have to either add the two equations or subtract the two equations. If I add the two equations, I will have, let's add these two, okay? So I'll have 5x minus 5y equals negative 14 plus minus 6 would be negative 20, right? Because plus times minus is minus, right? So you can take 5 as the common value here outside the bracket. So 5 times x minus y would be negative 20. You divide by 5 on both sides. X minus y would be negative 20 over 5, which is negative 4. So your answer is C, right? Okay. You're given a function and you're supposed to find the factor of that function, okay? You're given a function, you're supposed to find the factor of a function. Factor of a function can also be found as what value you would subtract from x so that the function becomes 0. The function becomes 0 at x equals 4, right? So at x equals 4, the value of function is 0. Therefore, you can say x minus 4 is your factor. So that is C, right? So y equals qx plus 4 is same as y equals mx plus c, where m is your slope or gradient and c is your y-intercept, okay? So c here given is 4. And the line contains the point CD. So there is a point B, let's call it on the line, whose coordinates are CD, and you're supposed to find the slope of the line in terms of C and D. Okay, so you know one point on the line, which is CD. The other point is basically the y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept is also a point on the line, right? So let's call that point basically point A. If it's a y-intercept, on y-intercept, the x coordinate is always 0 and the y coordinate is 4. So that's 0 cross 4, right? Or 0 comma 4. Now you have the 2 points. You simply have to find the slope. To find the slope, you use this expression y2 minus y1 or x2 minus x1. So you subtract the two y values, d minus 4, and then you subtract the two x values, c minus 0. So d minus 4 over c is your answer, which is option number A, right? System of equations above. K is a constant, x and y are variable. For what value of k will the system of equation have no solution? So if the system of equation has no solution, the two lines must be parallel. In order for two lines to be parallel, the coefficient of x and y must be same, but the constant term has to be different, right? So these values can be different, but these values must be same, right? So we'll try to make the coefficient of y, which is 3 in the first equation and 5 in the second equation, to be the same. To do that, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the second equation with the coefficient of y from first equation, that is 3. And we're going to multiply the first equation with the coefficient of y from second equation, that is 5, okay? So when we do that, it becomes 5 times kx minus 15 times y equals 20. And the second equation becomes 12x minus 15y equals 21. Now the coefficient of y in the both equation is same. Therefore, the coefficient of x must also be same. So you can say 5k is 12 or k is 12 over 5, which is option number A. So there is a parabola which is given as y equals x minus 11 the whole squared. So parabola is vertical parabola and it's upward opening. With the equation y equals 25 intersects the line y equals 25 at 2 points. So y equals 25 is basically a horizontal line. So this is like this. That's your y equals 25 and that's your y equals x minus 11 the whole squared at 2 points A and B. So this is point A, this is point B, right? And you're supposed to find the length of AB. So if you find the x coordinate of A and x coordinate of B and find the difference of the two, that will give you the length of AB, right? Because the line does not move in the y direction, it moves only in the x direction. So we'll use the value of y to find the value of the two x coordinate. Y is x minus 11 the whole square. Y is also 25. So you can equate or you can put this 25 here. So that's going to be 25 equals x minus 11 the whole squared. You square root on both sides. So that's going to be plus minus 5 equals x minus 11. So you can say x minus 11 is plus 5 and x minus 11 is minus 5. Therefore, x is either 16 or x is 6, and the difference between 6 and 16 is 10. That's basically the length, right? Let's see the time. Okay, so we are still a little bit late, but we definitely made progress. So let's continue the way we are doing, right? So these are three intersecting lines. We are going to use the property of geometry, which suggests that vertically opposite angles are equal. So we'll list the vertically opposite angles. You can say x and t are equal. You can say y and u are equal. You can also say z and w are equal, right? So x is same as t, y is same as u, z is same as w. Which of the following must be true? Okay, we are given this equation. So let's write that. X plus y equals u plus w. They are suggesting x is equals to z. Okay. So we don't have z in this equation, but we do have w, and we have the replacement for w as z. Okay, so let's replace w with z. We also have to keep x because we are supposed to prove that. Okay, and y is equal to u. So you can say, you can put u here and u here, and you can cancel the two u's, right? So you can equate x with z. So first is true. Is y equals w? No, x equals w, right? Because we proved that x equals z, so x equals w. If x equals w, y cannot be equal to w, so we are going to cancel 2, right? Z equals t, right? We already proved that x equals z. Instead of x, we can put the value as t because x also equals t, right? So we can say t equals z or z equals t. So third is true. So you can say 1 and 3, right? Then again, you are given equation of parabola. You are supposed to find the vertex and you are supposed to give the value of b. Okay. So we'll rewrite this equation as y equals a x squared plus 2x minus a, right? When you multiply these two brackets, this is what you're supposed to get. And then you multiply a inside. So a x squared plus 2ax minus 8a. Okay, to find the x coordinate of the vertex, we use this formula, negative b over 2a, okay, which is the second term, 2a. So you are supposed to do the negative of that. So that will be negative 2a over 2a. So that's negative 1. So x coordinate is negative 1. You input that x coordinate into this equation in place of x to find the y coordinate. So y would be a times negative 1 squared plus 2a times negative 1 minus 8a. So y would be a minus 2a minus 8a, which is a minus 10a, which is minus 9a or negative 9a. That is your answer, right? Here you are supposed to find the value of a, and they are saying a is not equals 2 over a. Sorry, x is not equals 2 over a. So we will be able to cancel this with this because they are both similar and both of them are in the denominator. First, we are supposed to multiply this here in the numerator so that this denominator comes for the whole term, right? So we'll do that. So that is negative 8x negative 3 times ax minus 2 minus 53, and over it is basically ax minus 2, which gets cancelled with this term, right? So we're not going to write that. You can take negative outside here. This will be 8x then. 8x times ax is 8ax squared, right? 8x times negative 2 would be negative 16x, right? 3, because negative is already outside. 3 times ax would be 3ax. And 3 times negative 2 would be negative 6, right? And then there is negative 53. So this would be negative 8ax squared. Negative negative becomes positive, positive 16x. Negative positive becomes negative, negative 3ax. Negative negative becomes positive 6 minus 53, right? So 6 minus 53 is minus 47, which is here. You can cancel with this, and you can equate these two terms because both of them are equal. So you can say minus 8a is 24 A is -3, which is option number B, right? What are the solutions to this equation? So you can take 3 as common. The equation becomes x squared plus 4x plus 2 equals 0. We'll use the delta method. To find delta, we use this equation, b squared minus 4ac, 16 minus 4, 1, 2, 16 minus 8 is 8. Therefore, delta is 8. And to find the value of x, we use this equation, minus b plus or minus root delta over 2 times a, minus b is minus 4 plus or minus root 8 over 2, minus 4 plus or minus root 8 can be written as 2 root 2 over 2. You can divide by 2, so that would be minus 2 plus or minus root 2, which is option number A, right? 15. So C is referred as pi over 9 as minus 32, which is the relation between Celsius and Fahrenheit. And we'll see a temperature increase of 1 degree Fahrenheit is equivalent to a temperature increase of 5 by 9 degrees Celsius, which is correct. To take an example, you can take F as 33. If you put that in equation, C becomes pi over 9. 33 minus 32 is 1. And then you take F as 34, which is 1 Fahrenheit higher. You can do this, pi over 9. 34 minus 32 would be 2, which is pi over 9 greater than the previous value. So 1 is correct. A temperature increase of 1 degree Celsius is equal to increase of 1.8 Fahrenheit, which is also true because when you reverse this, F minus 32 would be 9 over 5 C. And that's going to be correct. So 2 is correct. A temperature increase of 5 over 9 Fahrenheit is equivalent to a temperature increase of 1 degree. So C, we already saw that it's going to increase by 5 over 9 with every increase of F. And conversely speaking, every 1 degree increase in C is going to cause 9 over 5, which is 1.8 degrees increase in F. But a temperature increase of 5 over 9 degree in Fahrenheit is not going to cause 1 degree increase in Celsius, okay? Because Celsius is a heavier term as compared to Fahrenheit. So we're going to go with 1 and 2 only, right? Let's check our timer. I had to stop it because it stopped recording, so I'll restart it. All right, so we have this equation and we have to find one possible solution. Okay, there can be multiple possible solutions. First of all, we are going to remove this x, and instead of 3, we are going to consider this as 2. Okay, so our expression becomes x squared times x squared minus pi is going plus 4 equals 0, right? So this is x to the, instead of x squared, let's consider x squared as t, okay? So this becomes t times t minus pi plus 4 equals 0. So this is t squared minus pi t plus 4 equals 0. Then you can simply do this, t minus 4, t minus 1 equals 0. This is basically the factorization of the expression. If you are not comfortable with factorization, I'll do one video on it, okay? Therefore, the value of t is 4 and the value of t is 1. Since we know t is x squared is 4 or x squared is 1, therefore x is 2 or x is 1. Given x has to be always positive, okay? So you can input 1 or 2. Here again, a very simple expression. You are supposed to find the value of x. 7 over 9x minus 4 over 9x is going to give 3x over 9. This side can be written as 3 over 12 plus 5 over 12. 3 and 9 can cancel each other as x over 3. So x over 3 can be rewritten as 8 over 12. You can cancel 3 and 12 as 4, and 8 over 4 is going to be 2. So your answer is 2, right? So this is 180 minus z equals 2y. You are given the value of y as 75. So 180 minus z is 2 times 75, which is 150. Therefore, z is going to be 180 minus 150, which is 30. So this value here is 30. Since it's an isosceles triangle, the other two would together be 150. Each of them would be 75, right? And if this is 75, x is going to be 105 because the total on a horizontal line is 180. So your answer is 105 for x. Each hamburger has 50 more calories than fries. Okay. They order 2 hamburgers, 3 fries, total calories as, okay, we are done with our time, but we'll take one more question. Okay. 1700, so 2 times 50 plus f plus 3f is 1700. Okay, 100 plus 5f equals 1700. 5f is 1600. F is going to be 320. Do we want f? No, we want h. So that's going to be 50 more. So 370, right? So angle B is 90 degrees. So it's obviously a right angle triangle. This is B. BC is 16. AC is 20, which is your hypotenuse. Then you have DEF, similar to ABC. So let's consider this as DEF. Each side is 1/3. What is the value of sine F? So sine F is same as sine C. Sine C is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, right? Opposite, you can use the Pythagoras theorem to find here the opposite value, right? To find the opposite value, that's going to be 400 minus 16 squared is 256. So that's 144. Square root of that is 12. So that's going to be 12 over 20, which is 6 over 10 or 3 over 5. You can input any of the values, they will be correct. Okay. So we took, I believe, 1 minute more than the stipulated time, but obviously that 1 minute was sufficiently utilized in explaining all of this. All right. Without the explanation, we could have done it in 15 minutes perhaps, because it's as simple as I told you. All right. In the next video, we'll consider doing with the calculator. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.